Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is 16th February 2024. In this video, let us analyze the performance of high liquidity zones generated in our yesterday's report. We got a very interesting trades today. So before we discuss that, a small announcement please. If this is your first visit to our channel, please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. And you can access all the training videos at our playlist, at our YouTube channel playlist, Supply Demand Zone Price Action course. So click on this playlist, you will be able to access all the training lessons. I have also provided the link to this playlist in this YouTube video description. By clicking the link, you can get into this page. Scroll down to the bottom of this page. There, starting from lesson 1.1, all the training videos are placed in an order. So please go through all these videos one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this YouTube video description. Please join in the Telegram channel so that it will be helpful to you, because each time when we release a video, we will provide an update in our Telegram channel. So please make use of this opportunity. Now let us get into the analysis of high liquidity zones generated in our yesterday's report. Because we know high liquidity zones are always giving us profits, and the failure rate is less, success rate is very high, and also most of the times we are getting an average ROI 6.1%. That is average return on the investment. First, let us look into the executed trades. The first one is ACC. It is a very interesting stock. The reason is this is a daily zone generated in the year September 2022. Okay, if it is generated in September 2022, so what is the speciality, you may ask? If it is September 2022, we don't get 5 minutes data in TradingView. TradingView, we will get a data up to last 1 year for 5 minutes data. 15 minutes data, last 3 years you can get access. So without knowing about the 5 minutes data, we may not be knowing the structure of the 5 minutes zone. If there is no proper structure, the zone will be easily violated. So we have these issues, but definitely it is not a considerable trade for you, I'll accept. But I have one advantage because I am having this NeoStock software. My software can generate 5 minutes reports up to the year 2020, because I am having since 2020 the intraday data is available. See, daily data and above, I am having data from the year 1994 onwards, but intraday data I am having from the year from the year 2020. That is the last 4 years data. So with the help of NeoStock software, I can identify if there are any zones within this area. That is what I can check. So that way I identified a very good zones today. I'll show you that, how it is. It will be very interesting, so that you will also come to know about something about the power of our software, how it will help us. First, let us look into this zone. This is a rally based drop on a daily time frame, and after that what we did, we fine tuned this zone to the 75 minutes. We have already identified 275 minutes. This is 175 minutes. We have a rally, 3 base candles and a drop. Sorry, not 270 minutes. It is 175 minute zone. Instead, we identified 2 15 minute zones. Inside the 75, we identified 15-minute zones. And if you look into both these zones, inside we have rally, 3 base candles and a drop candle. This is with the hidden body, so with a gap. And another zone, rally, base, drop. Because this zone is a very minimal zone, the risk is very minimal. Last time we have taken a risk and we took a trade here. The reason is there is only one base candle. Mostly the structure, 5-minute structure may not be disturbed. And we got an entry. Because it is already tested, today it is violated. This zone is violated. Already we got an entry on this stock some around 3 or 4 trading days before. See here we got the trade previously. It is a tested one, 15-minute zone. We take a trade on this 15-minute zone. And today this zone is easily violated. So that's why what I am doing, I am deleting. Just I want to show you, that's why I kept it. Let me delete so that you get better clarity for the analysis of the remaining stock. So see here. Now you have 15 rally, 3 base candles and a drop candle. So this is the 15 minutes. But you can't take a trade on the 15 minutes. The reason is the risk is very high. Then where to take the trade? First of all, how the price structure? Are there any 5-minute zones are there inside? To check that, I took the help of our software. In our software, we have another special feature called supply demand zone chain. Because every week I am generating one report, supply demand zone chain for Nifty and Bank Nifty. So those who are referring the Nifty, Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain, you might be having an idea about that. So here ACC I am generating. But today I find some problem while analyzing ACC. That's why slightly I updated the software also. I'll show you here. In the supply demand zone chain, I added some improvements by adding few more columns. So this is the supply demand zone chain for daily time frame. But what we want 5 minutes. Because daily everything we can able to see in the chart. The data is available. Currently TradingView is not supporting 5 minutes data for the year 2022. So that's why 5 minutes demand and supply zone I am generating for ACC. So this is the supply demand zone chain report. So what we want, the low of this zone. The low is 2691.25. So approximately 2691. Above 2691, are there any 5-minute supply zone above? And they will be inside. Those supply zones will be part of this zone. Above 2691 and below, the high of this zone is below this candle. Two seven four seven. 2747, 2691. In between, you need to identify the zones. 5 minutes. There could be multiple zones. But we want inside this 15 minutes area. So let us look above 2691, right? 2691, yeah. See here we have supply zones. 7 supply zones are there, but inside that 75 minutes and 15 minutes, 2691, if you look into zone low, we can't take, this is 2674. We also can't take this 2682. This is 2693, 2611 and 2730. What is the high of this zone? 2747. So 2750 and 2730. So that means there is a overlap. That means zone confluence is there. So we have identified three zones. 1, 2, 3 are within the zone. So first, what is the recent one within that zone? The third one is the recent one. This is the first supply zone our prices will hit. So can we consider this? So this is already tested, some rejections are there. Because we can't look into the price, we don't know how it is going to be. So that's why invalidate this. And the next zone is also low priority, high liquidity zone. We don't consider them in our trading point of view. And see the first one. This is again a high liquidity supply zone. This is a 5 minutes high liquidity supply zone. Already our daily supply zone is a high liquidity. Inside that we have 5 minutes supply zone. That means 5 minutes high liquidity zone is inside the daily high liquidity zone. So obviously we have to give importance to this zone. So that is the reason why we need to draw a zone. What is the zone high? 2750. This is 2730. 2750.95 paisa. So what I did, I have just drawn manually this zone. $2750.95. I added the coordinates. What you can do, if you want to add coordinates manually, what you can do, somewhere here you manually draw the zone like this. Let me delete. How to draw, if you know the coordinates, how to draw the zone, I will tell you. I am removing this magnet so that we can draw. I am selecting, and here within this area I want to draw a zone. Just I simply drawn a zone, and let me change the color to supply zone. But what is the exact coordinates? For that you just click on the properties, double click on this. When you double click, you get properties. You have style, text, coordinates, visibility, you have 4 columns. Click on this coordinates. In the coordinates, provide the exact coordinates. What is the exact coordinates? We have a zone high 2750.95. So here I am copying the value 2750.95, and you have another coordinate zone low 2730.6. And click OK. Automatically the zone will be adjusted. So within the coordinates the zone is adjusted. But here zone high and zone low in our NeoStock report, that is type 1 proximal. Zone high is because this is the supply zone, zone high is the distal line. That is our stop loss. But what is zone low? Zone low is a type 1 proximal, type 1 entry. Most of the times what we do, we prefer type 2. Sometimes if the zone risk is very minimal, we can refer type 1 proximal, nothing wrong. Most of the times, what I do, if the risk is very minimal, I don't fine tune to type 2. But sometimes some stocks are having high risk. So to reduce the risk, either we have to go to type 2 or type 3. Type 3 if you go, there are higher chances of missing the trade. And type 2 is the ideal. That is what we learned. I explained even in our training course. Probably in lesson 3 or lesson 4, I explained about these concepts. So how to find the type 2 entry here? Our NeoStock report is showing only zone high and zone low. What is my type 2? What is my type 3 proximal entry? What is my type 2 proximal entry? What is my type 3 proximal entry? And how much risk will be there for type 2? How much risk is there for type 3? Those details are not provided in the report. So that is the reason why today what I did, I updated the software by adding even those columns. See here we have zone high, zone low, risk. This was earlier our report is up to this point only, up to the column risk. Now see what I added 4 more columns. Proximal 2, I have given short name prox 2. Proximal entry 2 and this risk is related to proximal entry 2. Next again proximal entry 3 and this risk is about proximal entry 3. And see the difference. There is a 3 rupees difference is there. This is 2730.60 paisa. This is a 2733.30 paisa. So I want to take proximal 2 because at least I get another 3 rupees advantage because most of the times prices will go up to type 2 proximal if the risk is a considerable risk. If the risk is very small risk, most of the time prices will not go to type 2 proximal. This is what your experience, you will understand once your experience grows when you have to take trade in type 1 proximal. But I am giving you a clue. Most of the times, if the zone risk is very small, your prices will get entry in type 1 proximal and again they go back. If the risk is considerable risk, most of the times the prices will reach up to type 2 proximal. This is one important point you have to observe and you will be learning this point from your experience also. That's why I am sharing my experience. Because this is a considerable risk, I want to draw the zone up to type 2 proximal. So what I am doing, I am copying this value. So after updating the software, I got these values. I made a few changes in the software to add these values. And what I am doing, I want to take an entry in that high liquidity zone, the 5 minutes high liquidity zone. So what I do, I double click this. Here 2750.95 I am changing to 2733.29. Automatically trading we will round off this value. See now it is changed to 30. Now click OK. Sorry, I made a mistake. I have to take it not zone high, zone low. This is a type 1 proximal entry. Now I am changing type from proximal entry 2730.60 to 2733.29. The advantage we get is another 3 rupees. Some 2 rupees 70 paisa advantage you will get. Obviously that will improve your reward also, that will reduce our risk. See now automatically the zone is adjusted. And see what happened today. Today, see, the prices were moving very, the demand is very strong. This is today morning 9:15 candle, 9:30 candle, 9:45 minutes candle, and 10 o'clock candle. In 10 o'clock, 15 minutes candle, it reached the zone. Then what is the target? The target should be somewhere here. But is the price is going to fall this much? When demand is so strong, do you expect to get such a huge target? Probably this target is going to be somewhere around, I can say, nearly some 18% ROI. If prices fell this much, from here to here it fell, you will get 18% ROI. Is it practical? We haven't seen 18% ROI so far. I think once we got maximum ROA somewhere around 14 point something or close to 15, something around. Only once we got. Except that remaining times, few trades, considerable number, maybe some are maybe 10 or 15 times, we got up to 11 to 12% ROI we got. Majority of the times the ROIs are below 10. That's why our average ROA we got 6.1%. But getting 18% is not practical. You can't expect. And there are no 15 minutes demand zones in between. All these are all rally candles, next rally, rally. 4 rally candles are there. Then what is the target? So we cannot identify the target. Generally what happens when prices go there, the momentum will be very strong and prices sharply it will fall down. How long it will come down, we don't know. After that we can see a reverse because overall this today's market is very bullish in ACC. So that is the reason why previously also we discussed, even once in our Telegram group also updated this. When the momentum is very strong, look for 1 minute time frame. There you take a trailing stop loss based on 1 minute. Exactly the same technique I have used today. See here, today what happened in the 1 minute time frame? The prices were going up, going up, going up. Finally, we got the entry. And now how we have to trade? Based on the 1 minute. So the first 1 minute supply zone, if this is violated, whichever the first 1 minute supply zone is violated, there you exit and book the profit. Okay, where is our first 1 minute? This is the one. If this zone is violated, we have to exit. At the time, we don't get any profit. Maybe we get a very slight loss we get. But we have to accept. But is that happened? No. Prices came down. Again, a little bit it bounced back, get into this 1 minute zone. The pending orders in the 1 minute zone is pushed. That means there is a considerable strong order flow is there. Now after that prices, there was some kind of consolidation here and a zone is created. Another 1 minute zone is created here. Let me add magnet so that exactly it will be adjusted. See, this is the next 1 minute supply zone. Rally and around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles are there, drop. If prices breach this zone, we will exit here. We get profit, but very minimal profit. But okay. But immediately next step, what happened? Another supply is created. See here. If this is violated, we need to exit. But is it violated? No. Now again another rally to base candles drop is created. That means another zone, another supply is created here. Now if this is violated, we have to exit. Let me delete the old ones so that you won't be having any confusion. So now in case if this is violated, okay, we got some good amount of profit. It may not be up to 6.1% ROA, but we would have got some considerable amount of profit. But is it violated? No. Prices further went down, down, down. Now what happened? Another supply is created here. We have a ERC candle leg in, we have a base candle, we have a drop candle. So let us draw one more supply here. Now is this supply is violated? Yes. Now this supply, this is the first 1 minute supply is violated. So immediately when the stop loss is hit, you exit the trade by booking the profit. This is the why we are going for trailing stop loss approach, because our 15 minutes target is far, far away. Achieving the target, 18% ROI target during intraday is practically not possible. And apart from that, today ACC is bullish. It's very strong. See, while closing, it is a 3.1%, the close, today's close. See how strong it is. Even then, we got a successful trade. And the moment you exit here, at what point you have to exit? the high of this candle, base candle, because this is a drop, base drop, 2697.10 that is the place you need to book your profit the moment the zone is violated. And what was your entry? This is proximal type 2, 2733.30. And that way you got, ACC, you got a profit of 10,860 rupees profit. And which is 6.6% return on the investment as per one futures lot margin cost. One futures margin cost, if you calculate, we are getting 6.6% ROI we got, which is above our average ROI 6.1%. So this is the way we got the profit in this zone. This is the way we booked our profit. And after that, what happened? Prices again further started moving up from here. Moving up, moving up, moving up. Again, it gave another entry. The second entry. But here we get a problem. So what is that problem? Let me delete this. For that, I will show you in 15 minutes time frame. See here. Here we booked the profit. After that, in 15 minutes time frame, a rally candle is formed. After that, a base candle is formed. Again, a rally candle is formed. So by the time the prices are entered into the zone, there is a rally, base rally. And what should be our target? This newly created demand zone should be our target. Because we don't know how strong the pending orders in this demand zone. First of all, can we take second trade in this? Yes, we can trade because this is a high liquidity zone. There are higher chances that the prices may come down. But the problem is, see the risk and reward. Reward is very small compared to the risk. We have more risk now compared to the reward. So that is the reason why you cannot take a trade here. But can we minimize the risk? Can we minimize the risk? Yes, it is possible. How we can minimize the risk? Because here we have another column, proximal 3 entry. Earlier we have taken proximal 2, that is the 2733.30 paisa. This is a proximal 2 entry. Because already it consumed the order up to this, in the next time, second time, definitely prices will go above this. And then again it will turn back. So you can plan a trade just above this, but still your reward is not considerable because the risk is dominating. We have to further reduce the risk. If you miss the entry, no problem. It's okay. But you can't take more risk when you are not having sufficient RR. How can you plan a trade? A minimum RR should be there. If you are a beginner, at least you need to look for 1:5 RR trades. If you got some experience, at least you can look for 1:3 RR. And if you are already having a very good experience, you can take at least 1:2.5 RR. That level you can accept. Close to 1:2.5 you can accept. But you cannot go beyond that. But how to get the best RR? Even I want more than 1:3 RR. How to get? So for that in the software we already updated. Earlier we took at proximal 2. Now if prices second entry, if prices reach up to proximal 3, we can take a trade. Moreover, risk is also very much minimized. And what is the value here? 2744. 2743.99 means 2744. See here I have drawn a blue color line. See the value 2744. I already drawn a blue color line. This is, I have drawn this blue color line based on this report. We have proximal 3 and risk is only 0.25%. See, earlier, initially we took proximal 2 entry. Their risk is 0.65%. Now 0.65% risk is reduced to 0.25%. So here our goal is if prices reaches, then only we take a trade, otherwise we will leave it. The reason is reward is reduced now. Now because of this particular proximal, see your reward, it will improve. Let me take an info line. See from here to here, let us draw. You are getting around 23 rupees reward. 0.85. 0.85. Let me take a calculator. Reward is 0.85% divided by what is our risk? 0.25. We got 3.4, close to 3.5%, 1:3.5. So excellent reward we got. How? By changing proximal 2 entry to proximal 3. You may ask a question, there are higher chances proximal 3 entry will be missing. Yes, no, okay, if it miss, no problem, because we got, there only we got the enough reward. Earlier we didn't have enough reward. And second thing, there are higher chances of executing this trade. Why? Because previously, type 2 proximal is executed previously. Now there are higher chances, prices will get up to proximal 3 now. And moreover, we are taking second trade in the same zone because it is a high liquidity zone. It's not the second trade. Today it is second trade, but see earlier how many times it is tested this zone. Already it gave 3 tests. Total 6 rejections it gave. That means 6 times prices entered into the zone. And today 7th time, first entry. And second entry is at the 8th time. Because it is a high liquidity zone, it is supporting multiple. And moreover, this 5 minutes high liquidity zone is inside the daily high liquidity zone. That means this 5 minutes is a superpower zone. One high liquidity is there inside another high liquidity, that is a superpower zone. We should not leave such kind of zones. There are higher chances of getting success in that zones multiple times. Of course, that also gets an expiry time. One day that has to be violated. But till that time we can enjoy the profits in that zone. The day when it is failed, probably the loss could be very minimal. But all these days, all these entries, we would have got a good profits. See, today already we got a profit in one initially for about 10,860 rupees. Now let us see what happened now, the prices. Let me delete this info line. So the blue color line is type 3 proximal. If prices enter, see the risk now, very minimal risk now. You may ask a question. There are higher chances that because the depth of the zone is very small, there are higher chances zone will be violated. Yes, that possibility is also there. But if the zone is violated, our loss will be few hundred rupees, that's it. Because we minimized the risk. Because we minimized, there is nothing wrong in taking a chance. Already you got 10,860 rupees. In the 10,860 rupees, let us assume for this risk point of view, you lost 860 rupees. Still you got 10,000 rupees profit. But by taking that 860 rupees, or even less, it need not be 860, it less than that only. By taking that risk, if that is successful, again you will be getting another good profit. So why do you want to miss the opportunity? So that is the reason why we've been waiting in case if the prices enter into the type 3 proximal, we want to take our second trade. See here, now which candle? At 12 o'clock, 30 minutes, 15 minutes candle. Price entered into the zone. Let me change it to 5 minutes time frame. So in this candle, 12 o'clock, 35 minutes, 5 minutes candle, we got the entry. See, once prices entered into this zone, see the strong, okay, it went a little deep inside this area, up to the middle of this zone, a little above the middle of this zone, this small area. It went and see the rejection, strong rejection. That means a very heavy order flow is there in this area. The reason is the 5-minute zone is a high liquidity zone. The strong rejection. See, after that, how prices are started falling down, moving down, moving down. But see here, reward is from the blue color line to this whatever the 15-minute zone we have drawn, 15 minutes demand zone. This is a newly created 15 minutes demand zone. And finally, price reached the target at 1 o'clock 5 minutes. When we got the entry at 12 o'clock 35 minutes. And when it reached the target at 1 o'clock 5 minutes. That means in just half an hour, the second trade is completed. After that, prices struggled in this demand zone and finally violated and again moving up and down at the time of closing this market. But we got our profit within half an hour. And that way, for the second trade, ACC has given 6,900 profit. That means close to 7,000 rupees profit. And which is 4.2% return on the investment. Your ROI is 4.2%. So a lot of disturbance outside today. Maybe, I don't know whether you are able to, this microphone is catching that sounds outside, I don't know. But in case if you are listening any sounds from outside, please bear with me. So first trade we got 10,860 rupees profit and the second trade we got 6,900 rupees profit. And total we got 10.8% ROI we got total, both trades together in ACC. Okay. But this was possible only because of the NeoStock software's supply demand zone chain. Otherwise, in trading view, data is not available. We would not have found this zone. And moreover, we identified this zone as a high liquidity zone because our NeoStock supply demand zone chain clearly mentioned, see the first one. It clearly mentioned this is a high liquidity supply zone. That's why we got such an advantage, got profits today. But unfortunately, I am sure you will not be in a position to trade in this because the 5 minutes data is not available in the trading view. Trading view always provides only last 1 year data. Okay, but you might have missed ACC, but you would have got a trade in another stock today. You would have got a trade in another stock. And that stock is Punjab National Bank. It is a 75-minute zone. This is a 75-minute zone. We have a drop candle, 1, 2, 3, 4 base candles and again a drop candle. Drop base drop. And previously we have identified a leg-in candle, 2 base candles and a rally candle. Oh, sorry. Something I messed up here. Not this. Actually, this is a supply zone trade, not the demand zone trade. I think this is the old. This is the one. Supply zone. This is a very old zone. Is this the one? Something my bad. Yeah. So let me expand. Here we have a drop, 3 base candles and a drop. This is a drop candle with a hidden body. It is a drop candle, 3 base candles and a drop candle. This is a 75-minute zone. When this zone is created? In February 2018. February 2018, the 75-minute zone is created, but unfortunately, in TradingView, you can't find 15 minutes data and also you can't find 5 minutes data also. So you can't fine tune with 15 minutes as well as 5 minutes. Then how do you plan the trade? Okay, NeoStock software, does it help? No, even NeoStock software also cannot help. The reason is the data I am having, the 15 minutes and 5 minutes data I am having in my database is from the year 2020. 15 minutes and 5 minutes data. From the year 2020 it is available. But when this zone is created in 2018, but my data is there after 2018. So that means we cannot find this zone either with the help of the TradingView or even with the help of the NeoStock software. Both cannot help you. When both cannot help, what you have to do? You have to leave the trade. You cannot plan a trade. I'm sorry, some fireworks is going on outside, lot of disturbance. Here, maybe all these are all elections related things, I think. Some campaigns are going on. Okay, anyway, the point we need to understand, then how we planned a trade. How can you say that we got a successful trade today? Today we got a successful trade because of market's dynamic nature. That is what I explained you in yesterday or day before yesterday's video. Sometimes during the live market we get new opportunities. I gave you an example. Same thing again happened today in this stock, in PNB. If you might have observed PNB trade during the market hours, see what happened today. Let me show you. Okay, 75 minutes, inside 75 minutes, you need to fine tune in 5 minutes. 15 minutes. I think I need to pause the video for some time and then after some time I will continue. Okay, I'm resumed back. Hope the recording is started. Okay, what we are discussing? I think I lost myself. Yeah. So this is the $75 minutes high liquidity supply zone from the year 2018. So we cannot fine tune. Mostly we have to leave the stock. But today, during the market, you know what happened? Prices entered into the zone in the 15 minutes, inside the 75 minutes zone. Inside the 75 minutes high liquidity zone, today prices entered. Now we can see a rally candle, base candle and a drop candle. That means a new 15-minute zone is created today. And within this new 15 minutes zone, we should identify a 5-minute zone. So here within the 15 minutes area, today again, a 5-minute zone is created. See, everything happened at 10 o'clock candle today. We have a rally candle, base candle and a drop candle. And after that prices are moving further, follow through candles. All these are all leg out candle, another medium size leg candle, another leg candle, a large size leg candle. Prices came. Now this zone is a valid zone. Next time when prices enter into this zone, when next time they will enter, it might happen today itself or it might happen after few days or maybe after 1 week, after 10 days also, in case if the price go down sharply. But today what happened? Prices after this zone is created, prices went down. After that again recovered. Market, this stock, prices are recovered. How they recovered? A new 15 minutes demand zone is created. Drop, base, rally. With this new demand zone, again prices started moving up. Now this new demand zone could be our target demand zone. See, this is our entry. This supply zone is our entry. This newly created demand zone is our target. Why this is our entry? Because this is a 5-minute zone inside the 15-minute zone. This 15-minute zone is inside the 75-minute zone. The 75 minutes high liquidity zone is created in the year 2018. But this 15 minutes and 5-minute zones are created in today's trading session. In today's live trading session they were created. If you would not have ignored this stock, why I am saying you would not have ignored, because it is a 2018 stock. You don't have 15 minutes data and 5 minutes data. You might have thought, okay, let us leave this stock. Let us focus on the other stocks. You might have thought like that. If you would have ignored, you might have missed this price action in this stock in today's trading session. You might have totally missed this price action. In today's trading session, institutions decided, okay, let us create a new zone inside, 15-minute zone. Inside 15-minute zone, 5-minute zone. See, today prices entered. We got an entry at 12 o'clock 40 candle. If anybody missed, again another entry we got at 1 o'clock candle. After that, see the rejection first time when it entered. Maybe the demand is very strong. Even though there is why demand is very strong? Because here is a 5 minutes demand zone is there. A newly created rally, base, rally. But this is a high liquidity zone, this is a normal zone. But still it is having pending orders. Again it pushed the prices up. See next candle, it tested this zone. If you would have drawn, if you draw this zone, demand zone, see prices entered into this zone. And again it pushed. That's why again another entry. Once again this one is pushed the prices. Came inside, more deep inside. What happened? It again pushed the prices up. Now again pending orders in this area. See sharply again it pushed down. After that prices, because already in this demand zone, till the bottom of this distal, till the distal line, already consumed. From the distal line it pushed till the high liquidity zone. High liquidity zone again pushed the prices down. Now no more demand in this zone. Now prices are started falling down from here. Now let me delete this demand zone. This is the observation you have to make. This is the way, if you understand, you will get better experience. How demand zones are pushing, how supply zones are pushing. And during the fight, which is going to win? If something is going to win, what is the reason? Such kind of level, if you try to understand, you get better experience. After that, some kind of consolidation here, maybe fight between institutions. Now, sellers gain the advantage and further prices push it down. And finally, at 2 o'clock 10 minutes, it reached the target. This is 1 o'clock candle, this is 2 o'clock. So almost within 1 hour or 1.5 hours, because first entry we got at 12 o'clock 40 minutes. So within 1.5 hours, this trade is finished. Definitely you would have got this good trade during the market today if you would have observed PNB stock. See, during the live market, why should always watch on the terminal is not only for getting the entry, but also to observe the new price actions. This is today's price action. We thought a zone, we can't find the entry. Actually, we thought in this zone we can't find the entry, but we found the entry. Because institutions created a 15-minute zone, inside 15 we have a 5-minute zone. Now this is exactly our 75 minutes high liquidity trade setup. What is a 75 minutes trade setup? Inside 75 minutes we should have a 15-minute zone. Inside the 15 minutes we should have a fresh 5-minute zone. So this is a fresh 5-minute zone, and today it is tested. It is created today, and again today it is tested, and finally reached the target, 15 minutes target. During the last 10 minutes, half an hour or last 15 minute session, this is violated, last 15 minutes. That is a different story. But we reached, our trade is completed at 2 o'clock 10 minutes. That way PNB has given 14,400 rupees profit. 14,400, which is 5% ROI. 5% return on the investment as per one future slot. You may say 14,400 profit, but why ROI is reduced? Because the futures cost is around 2,70,000 rupees, somewhere around that. So that is the reason why your ROI is reduced. You got a good profit, but ROI is reduced because your investment is more. If you can't pay that much, maybe you would have taken a short trade today during the intraday. On cash trade, you would have taken a cash trade. Intraday cash trade you would have taken. Those who are having good knowledge in options, maybe you would have brought an option. You need not invest 2,70,000 rupees. Because I am not comfortable with options, so I am not entering into that discussions. But some of you might be having good knowledge on options. Maybe you would have planned your trade. See, you have different options. You would have planned in cash trade, you would have planned in options. If you have enough capital, you would have planned in future itself. So this is about the successful trades. But one zone is also again failed today. But we didn't get any loss because we know the zone will be violated. Let me show you. That is Glenmark Pharma. This is a daily zone. We have a drop, 3 base candles and a drop. And inside we have a 75-minute zone. We have a drop, base and drop. You can also consider drop, base if you are not convinced this is a leg out. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4 base candles and a drop. That way also you can plan a trade. So previously prices entered very deep inside and see the rejection. So almost in the 75, whatever pending orders it consumed, and today easily it is violated. And in this area there are no fresh 15-minute zones. There is a 15-minute zone, but that is not fresh. Moreover, that is already violated. Drop, base, drop. If you draw a 15-minute zone, it is already pierced. See, slightly pierced. Maybe that day people who has taken trade in this zone, it is a successful because your stop loss would not have been hit. Because slightly pierced, that is within your stop loss buffer. So it would have been a successful trade on that day when those who have taken. But it is pierced. Once it is pierced, we cannot plan a trade. Once it is pierced. And you can also consider another one, drop, base, 2 base candles. This is also pierced. Either way, whatever the way you plan. And are there any 15-minute zone above that? No, there are no 15-minute zones above that. So that is the reason why we didn't plan any trades. Sorry, this is 75 minutes. Sorry for my mistake. We have to go to 15 minutes. This could have been the 15-minute zone. And this 15-minute zone is already pierced earlier. This is the one. Just pierced and again prices came down. And above that there are no more 15-minute zones. So that is the reason why we didn't plan any trade, and today easily this zone is violated. Your rally base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If anybody planned a 5 minutes within, earlier you would have planned a trade like this. Already it is tested, gave a good profit. Second time, see, because it is already 5 minute zone is tested, second time it is pierced. This is the reason. The reason why it is pierced second time, it is already tested. Third time today completely violated. And this piercing happened on last Thursday, that is yesterday. This zone is pierced slightly, but it gave a good profit. Today completely violated because this zone is pierced. Somebody may ask a question. Can't we plan a trade here? Because we have a 15-minute zone. This is a fresh 15 minutes. Today we would have taken a trade here. Okay, it is violated, that is a different story later. But we would have taken, it is fresh. But remember, this 15 minutes is not inside the 75-minute zone. We have only this 75 minutes area. If this 15 minutes is inside the 75 minutes, we would have taken a trade. You may ask a question, can't we plan an aggressive trade? But is there any price action clue here? No price action clue. Suppose any prices earlier rejections near the zone, we can assume there is a strong order flow, that way we can take an aggressive trade. But here, all these trades happen from a 15-minute zone, not near this zone. So that's why we didn't plan any trade for this. Always remember, fine tuning is very, very important technique. We should not violate that. Inside daily, there is see, this entire thing is daily. Inside daily, we have a 75 minutes. Inside 75 minutes, see here we have a 5 minutes rally, base, drop, follow through candle. So inside this 15 minutes, again we have a 5 minutes. The same 15 minutes only I am fine tuning further. That's it. So everything is there. Inside daily we have 75 minutes. Inside 75 minutes we have 15. Inside 15 we have 5 minutes. That kind of trading only you have to follow in order to get the success. If you don't use fine tuning the zone technique, that is based on zone confluence. If you don't fine tune, mostly your zones will fail. I'm not saying they always fail, mostly, majority of the cases. But this kind of approach we have guarantee. What level guarantee? At least 80% success rate we have in high liquidity zones. I'm talking about only high liquidity zones. I'm talking about daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. Because for those time frames only we define this approach. At least we are getting 15 minutes targets we are able to achieve. If not 15 minutes target, at least 6.1% a minimum targets we are able to achieve with the help of trailing stop loss or other techniques. Okay, this is one trade that is completely violated today, Glenmark, but none of our trades are there inside this zone. So we have discussed PNB and remaining Bajaj Finance. It is always following every day. Even today also list it will come, I think. Because where it closed today? It closed here. Probably we may get today also near to the zone. It is testing our patience. See how long. This is the first candle came close to the zone. This is the second candle. This is came almost entered into the zone but not fine-tuned area. Again closed near the zone. And here also entered, just tested this zone but closed near the zone. And yesterday also they went little, but it is our algorithm catched near to the zone. Day before yesterday, sorry, this is day before yesterday. And yesterday, again today it closed. And today also mostly I think, I don't know, our algorithm will catch. This one it is catched. See, our algorithm calculates many things for finding stocks near the zone. The volatility in the market, many conditions it will calculate and finally it will give you. I'm hoping mostly today also we may get this candle. The point we need to observe for the last more than 7 trading sessions, it is testing our patience. Prices are not entering into this fine-tuned area. This fine-tuned area, already we have a price action clue. And moreover, it is inside the 15-minute zone. This is an aggressive trade. 15 minutes, 5 minutes, inside the daily zone. 75 minutes is not there if I am not wrong. Let me check. Drop base rally, yeah, 75 minutes. Inside 75 minutes, do we have 15 minutes? So we have 2 base candles and a rally candle. And sorry, this is 5 minutes. Let me look into 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes is not clear. We have a drop, base, drop, and then we have a rally candle from here. But why we planned, by ignoring 15, why we are considering 5 minutes is, it is an aggressive trade. Actually, it is not a complete, what to say, fine-tuned zone. It is not the fine-tuned zone. It is not a perfect fine-tuned zone. We are planning this as an aggressive trade. The reason is, there is a price action clue here, strong rejection before entering into this area. Based on that, we want to take a trade by considering there is a strong order flow. Remember, this is not our normal trade. This is only aggressive trade. Aggressive trades are quite risky trades because you bypassed your actual fine-tuning technique because 15-minute zone is missing. Still, we are taking trade in 5 minutes because we found some clue, price action clue. It doesn't mean it has to work. Many times it is working, but there are times it will fail also. That is also there. Those who are not, those who are again can't take risk, those who can't take more risk, they cannot go for aggressive trades. Please remember. Should be very careful with aggressive trades. But if the price action clues are very clear and proper, most of the times we saw success in the trades. Sometimes it may fail also. Anyway, Bajaj Finance is the one we've been waiting for the trade for the last few days. ACC we completed, and what is the remaining? Ultratech Cement. Ultratech Cement, lot of order flow is there in the zone. This is also a daily zone. Sorry, not daily, 75-minute zone. We have a drop, 3 base candles and a rally candle with a gap. We have a pro gap is there. Already pro gap area earlier prices entered, and here prices entered and got a trade. This is 75 minutes. So inside this 75 we should look for 15 minutes. So here actually 275 minutes. This is 175. This is 175. 275s are there. Within this 75, 15 minutes we have drawn. This is the first 15 minutes. Sorry, 5. Oops, sorry. Sorry for my mistake. It's not 75. It is 15 only. But why we are considering bypassing 75 and considering... Sorry for my bad. I think I lost myself. Let me start from the beginning. I am making mistakes while explaining. Actually, this is not a daily zone. This is a 75-minute zone. Drop base, drop. Inside 75, you should look for 15-minute zones. The time frame 15. So we identified a 15-minute zone here. Drop, 2 base candles and a rally. After that, before entering into this 15 minutes area, see how price has turned up. That means there is a strong order flow is there in this area. Of course, inside we fine-tuned 5 minutes. Inside 15 minutes. If you look into 5 minutes, you will understand. Two 15 minutes we identified. Drop, 2 base candles, a rally. Again a rally, 2 base candles and again a rally candle. We have two 15-minute zones. There are, you can say almost there are LOTL zones because the difference between these zones are very minor. Apart from this, the few more 15-minute zones we have drawn. This is the first 15 minutes. And the next 15 minutes we have drawn where? You are here. In the recently, prices entered into this zone. That is the 15th February. See here you have a ERC candle, 2 base candles and a rally candle. Inside we identified two 15-minute zones. I'll show you. Again you have a rally candle, 1, 2, 3 base candles, again a rally candle. And I have a big hope on this zone. The reason is, see the rejections before this 5 minutes area. Let me go to the 5 minutes. We have a drop, base, rally candle, drop base. Don't compare leg in and leg out candles. But this is good enough to qualify leg out. And after that there is again another medium size rally candle is there, medium size follow through candle. So you have a drop base, rally, and see next there is a strong order flow. Let me draw a horizontal line, you will get clarity. See at this line, the strong order flow, that means from this area below till probably until this zone, there is a heavy order flow is there, very strong order flow. It's not letting the prices to go down. Even recently also see prices came very close. That means this 5 minutes demand zone should be a very strong demand zone. There are higher chances. So that's why expected price today expected, but unfortunately in Ultratech Cement the market is very strong bullish today. See 101 points it was up today, which is 1%. because it is a 9,900 level, close to 10,000 rupees. But 1% moved today. So we didn't get a chance to get a trade. But what I am telling, there is a lot of order flow here. See here, there is a huge demand. Again, the next we have demands. Even below we have a demand. That means this entire zone is full of demand is there. So definitely it will give a good trade. Even if one zone is violated, next zone again we will get an entry. That kind of possibility is there. Even if 5-minute zone fail, probably the third one will get success. Previously also once we have seen only once. A zone is having 3 5-minute demand zone. All are fresh zones. 2 demand zones are violated, 5-minute demand zone. Third one it gave the profit. After that it gave a very good profit, close to 10% ROI it has given. Even after deducting the losses we got from the 2 5-minute demand zone. After deducting, still we got around 10% ROI. Previously it happened. Previously means during last 1 month time period only. So definitely the first zone itself will get success, a good success, even if it is violated due to very strong supply. Definitely one of these demands will give us a very good profit. Even if you get losses in any one of these 5-minute demand zone, that everything will be recovered. Why? Because this entire zone we have, order flows are there, a strong. Maybe because this is a high liquidity zone, we obviously think the order flow will be very strong. That is what happened in high liquidity zone. But anyway, today we didn't get, but maybe in the maybe next few days again, if our software list any of these near demand zones, and if we get an opportunity, definitely we get a good trade in this stock. So this is about the analysis of the high liquidity zones we identified in our yesterday's report. So today we got profitable trades. Maybe from my point of view, ACC, but ACC mostly you may not have got a chance. But PNB, you got a very good chance today. Those who land from my previous high liquidity zone, I think day before yesterday's, even in title heading also I am keeping. If there is any importance, new landing is there. 2 days back I kept the dynamic identification. If you would have listened that video, today you would have got a very good profit in Punjab National Bank. Okay, let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.